It's nice.
Oh yeah, well tell me. I mean, like how many? Like, are we looking at 3 bedrooms, 4 bedrooms, 18 bedrooms?
We're looking at 3.
Okay.
1 bathroom, living room, kitchen. You know.
It comes with the air conditioners.
It comes with air conditioners.
Shed.
And a shed. No shit.
I'm recording the podcast right now, so
No,
don't.
you're not.
Yes, I'm fucking. What do you think that
I thought you were
is?
just testing it.
No. So it's by itself. It's not like a double or anything like that. It's completely by itself.
Cool.
Driveway. We have like almost a half acre of land.
Mm-hmm.
With it. So that's awesome.
Well, that's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good for
I'm
you.
really excited. I'm really excited about it.
I started to watch Designated Survivor last night.
What is that?
It's that new show with Kiefer Sutherland.
Is it like a reality show or?
No, Kiefer Sutherland's the dude from 24.
24. Yeah.
Okay, well, basically, there's a thing called a designated survivor in the United States government, right? Mm-hmm. So every time there's a big cabinet meeting that you see on like C-SPAN,
Right.
they put one person in an underground bunker somewhere, or just like somewhere that no one knows about. So in the event of like a huge attack on American soil, someone can still act as the government.
Okay. Is that real?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Well, basically, in the show, the episode opens basically with somebody nuking the Capitol building. And
Okay.
everyone dies except for Kiefer Sutherland. And then he just becomes the president.
Yeah.
And that's sort of what it's about.
Is it good?
Well, here's the thing. The show is awful.
Oh, of course it is.
But the concept is so cool that I can't stop watching it. They do this thing where, because it's on ABC, they just assume that the audience is dumb.
Of course, yeah.
So somebody, like, Kiefer will say something, and then he'll explain himself, and you're like, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. And then the camera will cut to, like, a person in the background that's like, so you were bluffing? And he's like, yes, I was bluffing. And then it cuts back to her, and she's like, wow, man, it was a good bluff. It was a good bluff. Good, nice job for bluffing there.
Yeah.
And it's like, do you think I didn't know he was Jesus Christ. You establish the thing, we see the outcome, and then we go, okay, so he was, like, bluffing. That was really good writing. I'm happy that happened. And then someone just, like, it's like, just in case you didn't get it.
Yeah. They have
He
to
made
sit down
that
and
up.
explain the whole thing to you.
So after about 3 episodes of that, I just started watching Louis.
You need a smart show. You need good writing.
Yeah.
Right. See, that's the thing. Like, Louis' premise is just Louis living in New York City and his life. And it's so fucking good and so watchable because the writing is so good and it's hilarious. But then you have a show where, like, the concept is so cool. Like, oh, it's this last survivor. The United States is nuked. And it's just like, hey, man, that was a good bluff right there you did. And then, like, they just look at the cameras like, that was a real good bluff. Like,
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
There was another instance that made me laugh, like, oh my god, dude, it was terrible. He's shaking hands with the Republican, because the Democrats have their own designated survivor, and so do the Republicans.
Yeah.
But because it was a Democratic presidency, he becomes the president. You know what I mean? Because he's a Democrat.
Right.
So after that, he's talking to the Republican, and the lady's like, Democrat, Republican, it doesn't matter. We're all Americans today. And then they shake hands, and he looks like right at her, which is the camera at this point, and he's like, we're all Americans.
Okay. I could just picture like, we're all Americans, and then he just looks at the director like, how is that?
Yeah. That's what I mean. It's like, the show
Talk
is
slower,
so cool.
Kiefer. Talk slower.
He does that too. He does talk slow sometimes, and he whispers things like, I'm going to be the president of the United States of America.
Yeah.
I am the designated survivor. He said that like 3 times. I am the designated survivor.
Oh my god.
In case you didn't get it.
Man, I can't get into shows that aren't on, like, you know, HBO or something like that. I don't even have HBO. But, like, I mean, like, Netflix or something like that. Like, I can't get into... Like, I hate sitcoms like that. That like, tell you when to laugh, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I love it how it's just... Like we said before, like, shows like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia or, like, Louis, when there's no audience, and you laugh at what you think is funny, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like I'm going to bring up The Big Bang Theory because I can't stand that show. I think it's probably one of the worst shows on TV right now.
Sure.
And, dude, like, some of the shit isn't even... It's like, they walk in, and then, like, he's like, oh, so there was that thing. And he's like, yeah, but it was blue. And then, like, the audience fucking kills themselves because they're laughing so hard. Like, everyone in the studio audience shoots themselves in the head because that was the funniest fucking joke that they've ever... You know what I mean? Shit like that is... It's just like, really? Did you ever watch... They took The Big Bang Theory and cut the laugh track out?
Yes, I did.
It's so bad. It's just... They aren't jokes unless that laugh track is there.
Yeah, that's the worst thing about it, I think. Do you like The Office?
I never got into it, man.
Yeah, my girlfriend and I are watching that now. We're on, like, season 4.
Yeah.
It's really good, but After a while, I can't watch it anymore.
Why is it too like dry? I heard it was really dry.
I mean, it is, but it's not like. I mean, have you seen Peep Show or anything like that?
No.
Okay, well, it's not so dry that you need to like take a bath.
Okay.
But after a while, the humor on me is just like, okay, I need to take a break and I need to see something else,
Yeah.
so I can come back to this.
I really want to watch Horace and Pete.
Dude, Horace and Pete's fantastic.
I never watched it. I have to watch it though. Is it on Louis' website?
Yeah.
We gotta wrap Christmas presents, I think, after this.
Ugh. I still didn't buy any because I'm not gonna.
Yeah, let's give an update on that. Where are we now? Is the 18th?
Yeah, I think so. Today is the 18th. It is 4:00.
We're winding it down, man. Almost Christmas time.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
To me, I didn't.
Gonna be
even,
going into 2017. Gonna get Trump in there. It's gonna be a weird year, I think.
He's starting to. I don't want to talk about politics because I don't know all that much, other than what like Philip DeFranco and Stephen Colbert tell me.
Okay.
But
well, you could learn a lot from them.
he was dicking around the Chinese government and Taiwan.
Okay.
Because here's how it works, right? Taiwan is part of China, but they are their own independent government, and they have their own government, and China doesn't actually police them or do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But China acts like they police them. To the rest of the world, China maintains this sort of like we are in control of Taiwan thing,
Even
and
though they're not.
everybody just sort of lets it go because nobody wants any problems. Donald Trump was just like, yo, I'll call up the president of Taiwan and see what he's doing. So they talked on the phone, and then China was like, what the fuck, dude? So they stole a U.S. drone.
Okay.
Like, it was in the ocean, just like doing whatever. And they took it, and they're like, we're not giving it back. Donald Trump's a cunt.
I love how you have your phone, your thumb up, like they texted that to us.
Yeah.
Like, yo, we got your drone, man, and you're not getting it back.
That's basically what happened. So before he's even like acting president, he's already starting a war with China.
Oh my god.
So that's pretty dope. Are you excited for the draft?
I'm very excited for it. We didn't even do an intro, man.
Oh shit. All right, well, let's do one. Fuck.
Welcome to Alone at the Lunch Table. I'm Hank.
And I'm Stan. We grew up together. We went to school together. Now we don't live anywhere near each other, and we do a podcast together.
That's
This
right.
is that show.
Every week.
Every week, and on like a Sunday night, Monday morning, depending on how long it takes to upload the crap to SoundCloud.
Right. And YouTube. You can catch us on YouTube, too.
Yeah, YouTube usually takes an extra day because I have to film a video for it.
I like the one you did. Is it always a candle?
It was a candle the one time, and last time it was my ceiling fan spinning
Oh, cool.
while I adjusted the saturation on the camera. Mm-hmm. So it starts out as white, and then it goes to like pink, purple, red, green, and then it just starts going really fast.
Yeah. I'll have to check that out. I didn't actually see the video. We did a short episode last week.
Yeah, we did.
So if you're a regular listener, I'm sorry about that. It was pretty early and I had work.
Just right now, we've been recording for 16 minutes, and last week's episode was 28.
Yeah. So that should... We're definitely going to have a longer episode this week because we have the time now. It's a nice Sunday afternoon and we're not doing anything.
What's the weather like there?
Let's check it out. It's pretty warm, dude. It was like 50 degrees last time I was out. It's okay, it's getting colder now. It's 33 right now. Okay. But it was like in the 40s, high 40s earlier. Is it cold down there?
It's 56 degrees.
Oh, wow.
It snowed yesterday.
Did it?
And everybody was like shoveling and doing shit, and I was like, I'll just let it go. It'll be fine.
Yeah, and look what happens. You win.
So what is the Everything Store?
An Everything Store is a store that opened, I don't know how long it's been open, but it's a store that sells everything. If you could wrap your head around that.
I need more information. So is it Walmart?
But no, it's not
open?
Walmart. It's all lightly and extremely used belongings.
Okay.
In the window was just this tiny like gold sequin dress with all these dusty stains and shit on it. And like right next to it in the window they had like used kitchen appliances, and then they had like used everything you can imagine that's used. Then they had snow shovels, I think, like the rack of snow shovels going down. An Everything Store is just everything you can imagine, but like really used, like heavily used and very old. And I didn't go in the store. I just saw it from the outside, and I said, "Yep, that's an Everything Store."
I imagine you can smell it from the outside too.
You probably could. I mean, I was trying not to, so I tend to hold my breath a lot around here.
Have you ever gone to like an auction?
No.
Oh, all right. Well, never mind then.
I've seen them on TV, though.
Well, they have this very distinct smell. And that's how I imagine the everything store smelling.
Like old lady bones?
Yeah, old lady bones, dust, basement, sort of like dead dog, maybe?
A little bit like dead dog, yeah. Because most of those things dogs have died on, or old ladies have died on.
So, the everything store just has everything in it.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it wasn't really... That was supposed to be more like an opening thing, where I just talk about the everything store, but we have plenty of other opening bits. But yeah, man, that's what an everything store is. You have everything store... I imagine everything stores down there are just pawn shops. Maybe it was a pawn shop, honestly, now that I think about it. It could have been a pawn shop.
It sounds kind of like a thrift store, too, and they're everywhere. Only, because this is a city full of hipsters, there's no such thing as a thrift store. They're all just vintage shops.
Okay.
And everything's so goddamn expensive. It pisses me off. I went into one time just looking to buy, like, a sweater for my girlfriend or something, and everything was, like, $90. It's like, this is a vintage sweater from the 70s. It's like, you found it in somebody's basement.
Yeah.
I don't
and
know.
now you're charging $90 for it.
Yeah, don't be a dick.
That's a business to get into.
Yeah, dude, it is. It really is. Because there's like 2 cheap thrift stores that I know about, and everything else is just vintage, or there's like this stuff that's like, what's the name of the one goddamn store? It's really pretentious and stupid. I don't fucking remember. But
is it the Salvation Army? Because that's pretentious.
That's not. It's not
okay.
that one.
All right.
It's something about hindsight. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's like hindsight
All right, yeah.
collections or something.
Yeah.
I finally got my heat fixed. I think last episode we talked about it a little bit, but not too much.
Yeah, and you told me he never showed up.
Yeah, he never showed up, dude. My heat was broken all winter so far.
Right.
Until about 3 days ago.
Of course it's warm now.
Yeah, I know. It's so stupid.
It's warming up.
But I called the guy, and he never answered me. I called him 3 times, didn't answer. So I called my landlord and said, listen, you gave me this guy's number, but he's not calling me. And she was like, okay, I'm sorry. So she called him, and he answered immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And was like, I'll be there tomorrow at 8 a.m. So he calls me at 10 a.m. to say that he's 15 minutes away. And I said, okay, do you have the key to get into, like, the maintenance cellar? Because I don't. It's sort of like a shared building, so I shouldn't have the key to just, like, flip all the breakers and, like, bust all the pipes.
Yeah.
And he said, no, I don't have it. I said, okay, well, I'll get it within the 15 minutes, so if you can just be here, I'll be here at the same time. And he said, okay. So I called the landlord and said, I need the key. She said, well, I'm in church. Can't give it to you. I need an hour.
Oh.
And I was like, all right, that's fine. So I called him back and I said, listen, I'll have the key in about, like, 45 minutes, an hour or something. And he said, okay, that's fine. I'll be there at 11. Not a big deal. You know what I mean? Because he said his daughter lives nearby me or something, so he was going to go have, like, lunch with her.
Okay.
So landlord comes flying to my house after church. I don't even think she stayed the whole time through church. She did a great job.
Well,
and she gives me the key, and she said, make sure that he shows up. And I was like, okay. This is a normal thing where he just doesn't come to places. And then I called him. I said, hey, I have the key. And he said, all right, I'll be there in a little bit.
Okay.
At 8 o'clock at night, he calls me and says, I won't be able to make it today. I'll be there tomorrow.
Oh, my God.
So it's just like, well, I ran around for you. I had to go to the landlord, whatever. She had to, like, leave church to get here, and you like, screwed me. So I said, okay, fine, whatever. I get it. It's a Sunday night now.
Yeah.
At 8 o'clock. That's fine. Come by tomorrow. And he said, okay, I'll be there again between, like, 10 and 12 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And at 11 o'clock, he said, hey, I'm here, and the downstairs is locked. So I said, okay. So I got the key, and I went outside, and he wasn't there.
Okay.
I was like, I walked to the corner, I looked down the corner, I looked down the alleyway, nobody anywhere. So I unlocked the thing, and then I just went back inside and I shut the door, and then I texted him and said, listen, dude, the door's unlocked. Like, I don't know. Like, I didn't see you out there. And then about a half an hour later, he texts me and says, okay, it's all fixed. And I left and locked up. And I immediately ran outside. No one is there at all. So
is
I
he
called
in the same state?
So I called him, and I was like, I don't think you're at the right house. Like, I think you fixed the wrong guy's heater. And he,
God.
Then he described my basement and the side of my house, and he's like, no, I was there, I fixed it.
Was it right? Did he describe your house?
Yeah, and he was there, but it's just like the weirdest thing where he hid when I unlocked the door, and then as soon as I went into my own house, he like scampered down into my basement.
Do you think he hid?
I think he did, yeah, he had to have.
Oh my God.
And then as soon as I went back inside, he ran into the basement, fixed it as fast as possible, and left, and then texted me while he was gone. I started to think about it, because he wouldn't let me see when he was working on anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what if last winter he just turned it off? And then
Just to get money this winter?
yeah, and then this winter I was like, hey man, you need to come out and fix it. He's like, oh cool, I'll just put that off because I just have to fucking flip a light switch down there.
You don't have to pay for that, right?
No, I don't. The landlord does.
Okay, I was gonna say. Then he's not making money on you then.
No, but it's still like, it's annoying. I'm friends with my landlord.
Yeah.
So that sucks if she has to pay for that.
What's that picture back there that I'm seeing, like on your thing? Over your left shoulder. No, the other one.
Over here.
Yeah, right
That
there,
one?
right above your thumb. Yeah.
That's a picture of me and my girlfriend when we went to an art club field trip.
Is it really old?
Yeah, here, hold on.
Let me
I'll
see
get
it. Let me see it. Oh my God, dude, your hair.
Yeah, man. And that's when I just started to grow it out. This picture was taken in 9th grade.
Wow, that's back in the day.
So what was that, 2009?
Yeah.
Yep. And what I like to look at old pictures like this and constantly say, "Oh yeah, that was when you were cute." She hates that shit. She hates it, and it's my absolute favorite thing. Or I'll say something like, "Look how nice your skin looks."
Like just hold it up, be like, "Wow, what the fuck happened there?"
And then if I look at myself, I look like a toddler in that picture. So it's
Yeah. What's
no
the other
real-
picture?
this other picture is me and my niece at Walmart.
Oh, that's recent then, huh?
Yeah, this was when I still worked for my dad.
Oh, okay. Do you miss that job?
No, I do not. And now that it's wintertime, I especially don't miss that job.
Was it a pain in the ass?
Yeah, man, it's the whole job was a pain in the ass, but wintertime's when all the bars need beer.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true. That's when all the people that don't have family realize they don't have family, so they go out to celebrate.
Exactly. And then they send me, and they don't shovel their sidewalks, and I'm slipping all over the place with a goddamn keg.
You fall on your ass, and just a keg comes down on top of you.
Dude, it's the worst. There was this house I had to deliver a keg to,
Okay.
which is always the worst. When people have their own kegerators, they're usually pieces of garbage.
What, the kegerators or the people?
Both things.
Okay.
Like, they don't own them. They get them from Rent-A-Center or something. And then, on top of that, they don't know how to take care of them. So you get there, and they're gross.
Yeah.
And they're always in the basement. And
Of
the
course.
guy's a piece of garbage. That won't help me.
Yeah. You got to move the Confederate flag out of the way, and yeah.
Because this guy lived on one of the main streets, the whole block was just a snowbank. Because the plows went through, and all of it just got piled up on the sidewalk.
Of course.
So I had to park my van sort of in the snowbank, and
Yeah.
then punch my way through the snowbank with the keg. Because if not, I would have to. If not, I would have had to park like 3 blocks away, and then roll the keg 3 blocks to get to this guy's house, which I'm not doing.
Yeah.
It's just easier to kind of pick it up out of the van and throw it.
Okay.
So I threw it through the snowbank, and then I was rolling it down the sidewalk to his house. And I finally get there, and he has one of those, I don't know, Twister-style basements, where he pops out of it, and the metal doors come up, and like...
Okay, yeah.
And he's like, yo, man, it's down here. Just, okay. So
Was
I
there steps to get down there?
There were steps, but they were basement steps. I don't know, past like 90 degrees.
Very steep.
They were
very
like
steep.
straight down
Yeah.
and narrow. And they were all snowy and icy and shit. And the guy was like, yeah, man, just bring them down the steps here. It's like, oh, yeah. Okay, sure. Let me just do that. So to get a keg down steps, you have to go with backwards. You know what I mean? Like, you have to back down the steps.
Yeah, and kind of like roll it with you.
Roll it with you. And what happens is you roll it off one step, and it bounces into your knees. And you have to hold it in place with your knees.
Dude, fuck that.
So every time you go down a step, the keg kind of tries to break your knees backwards.
Okay.
And I finally get it down all of the steps, and I roll it over to his refrigerator. And he was like, all right, dude, it goes in there. And the refrigerator's about a foot off the ground.
Why is it off the ground? He just has it on like blocks or something, or what?
He doesn't have a real kegerator. This guy has a refrigerator that he fashioned into a kegerator. So I have to pick up the keg now, a foot off the ground, and put it into the refrigerator. And the way you normally lift a keg, right, is you either tip it on its side and sort of like pop it up one at a time. So you like, because once you get your hands further apart, it's easier to lift. But because you have to stand it up vertical into the refrigerator here, what you do is you just sort of squat and then hope that your legs are strong enough to lift the almost 200-pound thing.
Did you ever have a situation where you squatted down to pick it up and you just fucking couldn't?
Yeah.
And then the guy's just standing there looking at you like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
That's pretty much what happened in this scenario. So I finally get it up high enough, and I just throw it into his refrigerator, and I think I broke his refrigerator a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
How sore were you when you would get home after a day of that?
After I don't know, about like 2 months or so,
Yeah.
I didn't get sore anymore.
Oh yeah, because I guess you're kind of conditioned to it.
I was just tired,
Mm.
and I would eat so much.
Mm-hmm. I get that.
One day I ate 2 footlongs, a pack of French fries, like a whole thing of French fries, and then a pint of ice cream.
Jesus, and you're
Within-
like rail thin too.
Within like an hour. I mean, that's the best thing about working for your family. Everybody just buys you stuff. So like my stepmom would always be like, "You hungry? I'm getting lunch." My dad would be like, "Hey, you're hungry? I'm gonna go get lunch." And then I would constantly do double lunch.
It was like me in high school. My mom would give me like lunch money, and I would just for the week, and I'd spend it all in like 2 days on cookies and extra goodies. Zach would get triple lunches every single day
Oh my.
with all the trimmings, and he would get, like cookies and all this extra stuff. Like it had to cost at least like $25 a day. Triple lunches all the time. And I would say to him, I'm like, how does your mom afford to fucking keep you fed? Because you eat a ridiculous amount of food. Well, I went to private school when I was growing up, so we had awesome fucking, like we had real cheesesteaks. Like we had real shit. And then I get to public school. It was like such a culture shock, man. I remember like I was in public school or private school, and there's like 100 kids in the whole school because no one around here can afford that. So there's like 100 kids in the whole school. There's thousands of kids, and we don't have real homemade lunches where like 3 volunteer moms would come in and make like 800 cheesesteaks. Now it's this stuff where you just add water and it turns into a hoagie.
Did you get kicked out of school?
I mean, I didn't get asked back, is what I like to say.
They forcefully made you resign from school.
Pretty much, yeah. I had to. I was called into the office one day, and I was being yelled at for something else, and I was just such a prick when I was in school. And the lady asked me, she's like, "Oh, by the way, do you plan on attending this school next year?" And I'm like, "Probably not." And she's like, "Yeah, that's a good idea." I shit you not. That is how the conversation went.
It's funny because you were in 7th grade, right? Because you came to public school when you were in 8th grade.
Yeah.
So when you were in 7th grade, you were able to make the decision of where you wanted to go to school just because they thought you were a little asshole. They're like, we got to get this kid out of here. Let's get him to say it.
Yeah, pretty much. And then my mom was even on the same boat. She's like, yeah, like, I'm not paying all that money for you to go to school and fuck around.
Mm-hmm.
Because my grades were dog shit, I mean, I didn't even get a report card. They're just like, come on, you don't get that. I was negative. Like, I got below report card. I just got nothing. People say there's good and bad kids. I mean, I wasn't bad. I didn't kill animals in the woods, like some kids did. I wasn't like Jeffrey Dahmer or anything like that, but I was not good. I was not a classroom kind of person. They asked me like, hey man, are you coming back? And I was like, no. And they're like, yeah, that's for the best.
So funny.
Yeah, it's sad. It really is sad when I think back to it. It's like, wow, the principal asked me not to come back.
And you were 12.
I guess, yeah. I guess
that's the best part of the whole story.
Yeah, I was, I guess, yeah. That's fucking sad, man. You're making me sad thinking about that.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I can cheer you up by what I did last night.
What'd you do last night?
I went to Target to get popcorn, and then I went to Ikea for dinner.
Sorry?
Yeah.
You went to Ikea for dinner? Is there a restaurant in Ikea?
There sure is, and they sell Swedish meatballs for like $5.
I was
all over that. Well, it's fine. It's just like a cafeteria. We were talking about lunch food, and that's what I did for dinner. I basically just went to a cafeteria.
Okay.
And I'm an Ikea family member, which is a free program that you can just apply for at checkout. And you get a discount when you eat there, and you get free coffee and stuff.
What did you buy at Ikea?
Nothing.
Oh, you just went there to eat?
Yeah.
Okay. Because most people usually buy furniture and then probably like, hey, let's eat while we're here.
Yeah, no, I just went in there and I ate and then I went home.
I wonder if they have a lot of homeless people in there.
No, they don't. It's actually, I mean, it's pretty nice. There was this really like nice old man, so I cleaned up his table for him when he was done eating.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it made me feel good. He didn't give me any money or anything then, so I kind of was like, ugh. And I pushed him down the stairs.
He probably thought you worked there. You pushed him down the stairs.
Well, I pushed him down the escalator, so it was more horrific. What I was going to say was I went to Ikea for dinner, and I forgot to tell them that I was a family member.
Yeah.
So I didn't get the discount, and I didn't get my free cup of coffee. So to make up for it, I drank like 4 cups of coffee.
To make up for your free one?
Yeah, because they made me pay $1 for it, so it's like, all right. well, I'm going to get my money's worth. So I just drank a bunch of coffee. And then I didn't go to sleep until like 8 a.m.
Oh, so it was like free refills on that coffee?
Yeah.
I was confused about your logic of how you're going to keep giving them money to make up for your free coffee, but if it was free refills.
Listen.
Okay.
If you have the little orange card that says IKEA family member on it,
Okay.
you get a free cup of coffee.
Right.
And the Swedish meatball platter is like $5.
So you had coffee and Swedish meatballs?
Yes. But I forgot to tell them that I was a family member, so I paid the real price, which was about $6.
I think the real issue here is you ate Swedish meatballs and had coffee for dinner. That just sounds gross to me.
But then, after I checked out, I realized I actually had paid for my coffee.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, I have to drink a lot of it
To make up for it.
to make up for the fact that I didn't get this for free.
Okay.
And I drank so much coffee that I didn't go to sleep until like 8 a.m.
You really didn't go to bed till 8 a.m.?
Yeah, it was a long morning.
Holy shit. What'd you do all morning?
I watched Designated Survivor.
That's what you did. You just watched that show all night.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then I watched Louie to get the taste out of my mouth. I don't know. I just wanted to tell you about how I went to dinner at IKEA last night.
Yeah,
and
man,
I drank
Swedish
a bunch of coffee.
meatballs and coffee is not. That's not my kind of. I don't know. That's not my kind of dinner.
But it doesn't. I mean, if you ever come to visit, we'll go and I'll show you what it's like.
I thought you were gonna be like, it doesn't fucking matter what your dinner would be. Okay, you got your. Okay. What's a Target growler?
Well, that was another thing that happened at Target last night.
Okay.
There was this employee that worked there, and I don't know if she had Tourette's or she might have. So I hope I'm not making fun of her by accident.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, what happened was I was looking for a pair of pants, right?
Mm-hmm.
And every time I put my back to her, she went. Mm-hmm. And then I would look at her, and there was no noise at all. And then as soon as I
Okay.
would turn around, she would go. And I would keep making eye contact with her.
Yeah.
She wouldn't make any noise. The second I broke eye contact, she was just growling at me.
House mess bitch fest.
I think the title of that topic is funnier than the actual topic.
I like that. House mess bitch fest. That sounds like a cool song title.
I don't know, dude. Like, a house mess is just, when your house is a mess, but you didn't make the mess.
Mm-hmm.
So you just let it go to see how bad it gets because it's like, that's not my job. I didn't do that.
Right.
And then a bitch fest is when my girlfriend and all of her sisters get together and just start complaining about people by name. And I have no idea what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Because, dude, I am awful with names. I don't think there's anybody worse with names than me.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you, when we were friends for the first month of that friendship, I had no idea what the hell your name was. I guarantee it.
I had no idea what my name was. I was probably so fucked up on drugs. But that's fine.
Anyway, they'll get together every day. Do you remember Amber Kozjov? And I'm like, I don't know who that is. And it's like, oh yeah, well she was the one. She married Steve Zaragoza, if you remember correctly, and then they had 3 kids: Sally, and Sally, and and then their kids. One of them was killed in a car accident by Keith, if you remember Keith. And it's just that for days. It's just the conversation never stops. It's just if you were to watch the ocean. That's the conversation, dude. It just keeps happening, and I'm just being buried. I'm just being buried in the sand. I have no idea what's going on.
So it's just like your nose sticking out, and then
Yeah. Anyway, that's what I call a bitch fest.
Okay. Oh, and there's like a bitch fest, like they're bitching about someone, or
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So I mean, technically, this podcast is a bitch fest.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. So we're, yeah, this is a bitch fest.
But I keyed. What's it called? When I keyed the term.
Yeah, I like
Keyed the
House
phrase.
Miss Bitch Fest. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's an awesome band name, or something.
Dude, let's start
kind of
one.
name.
Let's be an everything cover band called House Mess Bitch Fest. How do I fit it? I can't even say it.
Yeah.
I sound like I'm from The Sims.
Yeah. What's the last Sims game you liked playing?
3.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't have a computer for a while, so I played the first couple Sims on my PlayStation 2.
Mm-hmm. That's what I did. I played Sims. It's called Sims in the City, or Sims Herbs in the City, or something like that.
Yeah, Bustin' Out edition with the
Dude,
Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah, that game was fucking awesome. That was one of my favorite games ever. I love that game. I'm so tired. I didn't have a PC, man. I don't know. That's gonna change though. That's all gonna change.
Dude, when you we're gonna play so many games together. I swear to God, we got it. I'm gonna buy you Counter-Strike. When you get a computer, I'll buy you Counter-Strike.
Okay.
and then I'll make you suck at it just as bad as I do.
Yeah, because I'm not even good at like Call of Duty. You know.
Well, this is a Twitch shooter, so it's even harder.
What's a Twitch shooter?
Just like, it all comes down to how quick you can move the mouse.
Really?
Yeah, like if your reaction time isn't like ninja snatching a fly with chopsticks, then you're dead.
What's even the point of having like levels? Why don't you just like gray blocks that everyone's like jumping on?
There's one map
Mm-hmm. Oh, really?
that everybody plays on one map. I mean, there's like 5 maps, but nobody uses them. Everybody just plays on dust.
I think I know what map you're talking about too. Happy Holidays.
What the hell are you talking about?
Happy Holidays. That's how my neighbors spelled holidays on their fucking garage. They put up like letters to say Happy Holidays, and they spelled it HOILDAYS. Happy Holidays.
How did they put up the letters?
How did they put them up?
Yeah, did they just like spray paint it on the garage or?
No, I guess they're just like, I don't know, man. It's like those happy birthday banners that you could buy. They're like those kind of letters. And they, I guess, taped them on or something like that. Like, you have to spend fucking time doing that. Like, it's not just like you write it down real quick. Like, you have to spend time looking at that. And then when it's done, you have to step back and make sure it's straight. It's like, okay, you go back and adjust it, and you have to step back, look at it again. You're looking at it for like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, yeah, that looks great. Happy holidays to you and me.
I write on chalkboards a lot at work, like when
Yeah.
we have specials or whatever. And one time we had pumpkin spice. And I was like,
Okay.
crap, I don't know exactly how to spell pumpkin.
Is it PUMPKIN?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I put an extra M in there somewhere, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I was writing it on the chalkboard. I made it look fantastic. And there was like 5 or 6 people in the restaurant watching me. And then as soon as I was done, I took a step back and was like, yeah, that looks good. And then the one guy was like, yeah, except you spelled it wrong. He waited. He watched me do it for like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh yeah, by the way, there's that M isn't supposed to be there.
Did you draw on it and stuff and make it look all, festive?
Yeah.
And you waited till you were done. There was also I was on like a Craigslist type website, and this girl was selling this girl was so you could like in the picture you can kind of see her like foot in the picture, and it looked like a football, and it was like she was in like dirty jams. So and then she's like selling a blanket, and she spelled it BLAKET.
Blanket.
Not even there's no N. It's blanket. BLAKET. She's just like selling blanket, and it was all dirty and stuff. Like it was someone's napkin for like 10 years, and she said selling blanket, and it was like $5 or something like that. I'm like, oh my god. And you just see this nasty like football foot in the fucking picture with like dirty PJs on that were once white but are now some kind of cream color. It's just nasty, man. Some of those websites, just like whatever they're trying to sell, like they don't even try to set it up nice. It's just half buried in a pile of other shit. It's like, here you can have this pile of shit, like, oh my god. Fucking hate those sites. Do you ever use one of them?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I can't use used things.
Yeah.
It just freaks me out. Mm-hmm. And it'd be different like if it was yours and you gave it to me, or somebody in my family gave it to me. That's fine. But if I don't know who you are and it's used, I just have to assume that the whole time you were just like rubbing your asshole directly onto it. Because
yeah, almost like chapstick, just applying whatever it is to the ring of your asshole.
dude,
Yeah,
that's what I mean. It's like, no, I will not go to a thrift store and buy plates or cups or forks. Absolutely not. I will spend thousands of dollars instead, just knowing that no one's asshole has been in or around this glass.
that's definitely a stipulation. Like, no one's asshole can be near this thing. That should be a disclaimer in the store. Like, brand new, whatever it is. Like, no one's asshole has been on this.
Yeah,
Because you don't know. People will deliberately rub their asshole on it.
Yeah, and or they'll say like, yeah, we did that, but we cleaned it, and now it's yours. It's like, I don't care if you clean it. I don't care if I clean it.
Yeah.
I can't use it. It just freaks me out.
Did you ever see that GIF on Reddit or GIF, however you guys say it out there, of that guy who, I guess, I don't know if he has like a hole in his pants or something, but he just sets up a camera and like walks over to this like metal pole that's in the ground, and he just like just sits on it, and it goes like right up his ass, and he's just sitting on it, and it's in his ass, and then he just gets off of it and fucking walks away.
What?
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, it's bananas. Are you looking it up?
I'm gonna try.
I don't even know how to. Oh, like what it's called or anything. Maybe I could try to find it quick while you're looking it up.
Metal pole smacking guy? No.
No, but I know that one too.
So what I just googled was guy sits on pole anal insertion.
You might find it. Oof. Okay, I can't find it. But if I do find it in my in the future, I'll definitely send it your way. It was fucking gross though, because then the guy pulled his ass off the pole and it was like brown.
Ugh.
It was fucking it was fucking nasty. So that's why I don't like, and I have a fear of like touching handrails and shit.
There's always turds on the subway.
Okay.
Like there's always just poop somewhere. Whether it's in the car or it's on the station next to the car. And every now and then I'll see these videos about how great civilizations could be if we just made like the outside nicer or something. There was this video that this guy made. It's like a mini documentary about cities of the future. And they were saying that there's a couple places in like China and stuff where they removed highways and they replaced it with a river, and people just go and they swim and they hang out on the banks, and it's like it looks like a Renaissance painting, right? Really? And my first thought is if they put that here, it'd be shit and like dead bodies and hookers. It just would not work, because like our subway system should be fine, but it's not. It's covered in turds and graffiti. And I was sitting next to a lady the other day who was eating a cheeseburger, right? She took one bite of it and she opened it up and didn't like some of the innards. So she just started throwing them. She just like picked up the lettuce and just threw it like a fucking frisbee.
On the subway?
Yeah, she was just whipping them out, just tossing them.
And no one said like, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing?"
Everybody was just staring at her like, "Are you gonna like knock that off?" But she didn't.
That's horrific. Like I get pissed when people throw like McDonald's cups out the window, like when I'm driving it, and I'm just like, I'm like, are you fucking really just do that? Did you really just do that? But I mean, like, what difference does it make if we throw it there? We throw it in a fucking trash bag, and then that goes into a landfill somewhere. You know what I mean? Either way, it's not good.
I think that's some of the people that just litter everywhere.
Yeah.
They're like, they think, well, they're gonna have the kids from the kid prison come out and clean up the street anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Kid prison. That could be.
I always wanted to know what it was like in a kid prison.
You watch one of those documentaries, man.
Which one?
I don't know. I watched one like a month or two ago about juvenile like prison, and it was like kids who like killed people.
That's pretty crazy.
And yeah, it doesn't look fun. Like adult prison, it's kind of like that a lot.
Do you think the one that's near you is like that?
They're closing that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's becoming an actual prison.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so any direction you go, you're going to a prison.
Dude, there's prisons everywhere.
I think
it's part of the prison complex in America. It is just like, blah.
Yeah, they're trying to build a prison system, man.
For you and me to live in. All right, guys, so we're going to start winding down the episode now. And Hank and I really like to end these episodes with some music we've been listening to recently, some stuff that we enjoy, so we think maybe you will as well. I found this... Okay. I found this guy a little while ago on SoundCloud. His name is Vilray. I think it's Vilray, but I think it's pronounced Vilray.
Mm-hmm.
He sounds like a Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra type guy.
Well, that's awesome.
But he's now. And he just put out his first album on Bandcamp not too long ago called Slow Boat to China, or maybe just called Slow Boat.
That's funny because there's a Clutch album called Slow Hole to China.
But I don't know. This guy's just absolutely fantastic. If you're a fan of people that sing with their whole bodies and that way that sort of like it takes over the whole room, that's what this guy sounds like. He sounds like a classical musician, but he's still making music right now. And he has a YouTube channel where he uploads a new video every couple of days of him doing a song.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and he's out in New York. I don't know if I mentioned
doing
that.
like a cover of a song or his original material?
Both. He actually just released the song "I'll Be Home for Christmas."
Okay.
It's absolutely beautiful. I listened to it before we recorded today.
I have a band called Ripe, R-I-P-E, Ripe.
Okay.
Ripe. They are a funk band out of Boston, Massachusetts, and they are fucking incredible. Listen to the album Hey Hello. It's not so much an album. I think there's like 4 songs on it, 5 songs, so maybe it's like an EP or something like that. But definitely check that album out and listen to the song Goon Squad.
Okay.
I'm telling you, man, it's fucking really good. You should check it out. They don't have a lot of albums out yet. I don't think they're too crazy big, but they're they just know how to write, man. And I love the vocal style. It just everything fits right. It's just great writing, very catchy songs.
Mm-hmm.
They have the horns going and everything. You know, it's really cool.
Just like the way the guy sings, I feel like he's gonna break into like a Europe ballad type style. I'm into it. I'm into it all the way.
Yeah, the chorus is awesome as hell. Like the chorus is so catchy.
You know, I just saw Footloose for the first time on Thanksgiving. I forgot to talk about this. And there's a scene in Hot Rod where they spoof a scene in Footloose. Mm-hmm. That I always thought the scene in Hot Rod was funny, but I didn't like get it, I guess. Yeah. I watched Footloose and I just died laughing. I could not believe that, like, I always thought that Andy Samberg was over the top and just being stupid.
Yeah.
But that's just exactly what Kevin Bacon did.
Right.
And that to me is even funnier. Like, the scene in Footloose is funnier than the one in Hot Rod.
Yeah.
Because it's like, there's no way that people actually thought that was cool.
I love he's just like, that's how he takes out his frustration. Like, I don't know, just jumping all over a garage or whatever the fuck he's doing. Mm-hmm. I never got that either. I never understood that.
Don't get it. I just sent you a thing on Twitter.
I got it.
Okay, we're going to watch it together. Let me know when you're about to click play so I can do it too.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, so this is my sister Kaylin, and she sneezes with her eyes open. So we're making a video to demonstrate.
Oh, that's the sneeze.
What's got moved? Okay.
It's like a shout in Skyrim.
Dude, what the hell? I was like scared her eye was gonna pop out or something.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna throw up.
There was this old video that was floating around for a long time of this. It looked like a high school band, and they were just sort of like drumming or something on stage. Okay. And one of the drummer's eyes just pops out during the performance. And this
was it a glass eye?
No, it was a real eye. It was his real eye. I have no idea why, but his eye just fell out.
Dude, we gotta find that quick.
This was back before YouTube was big, so this was like 2007.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I found it. All right, that was like the easiest thing ever. I expected to be doing this for like 20 minutes. All right, here. So we're gonna watch this video together, and then I guess we're gonna have to like wrap it up because it's gonna take me forever to edit this.
Because I'm very tired.
All right, watch the. I don't remember if it's the gong player or the kid on the far right.
27 seconds. Eyeball falls out of socket.
Yeah, there it is. Oh yeah, dude, it's the kid on the far right. By the music stand.
Oh my god!
He like hits himself in the eye with his drumstick or something. It happens around like 10 seconds. Yeah, it just freaking pops out, dude. You see that shit? It's like down by his chin. So that video was uploaded in 2007.
Oh, is that fake, dude?
No. I really don't think it is.
I don't even want to watch. Oh my god, I don't even want to watch it again. Oh, ugh, Jesus Christ! All right, we're ending it, man. I can't. Oh god, I've seen some shit, man, but for some reason that just gets to me. Ugh. Okay.
All right. Well,
that's it for this episode. Oh my god.
All right, so we're gonna end the podcast here. Thanks a lot for hanging out with us for the past hour. I have been Stan.
I've been Hank.
And we'll see you guys next week. If you like the show, subscribe, like, whatever you want to do. We have a website, alone@thelunchtable.com. You can submit topics, questions, all sorts of different crap over there. We got Twitter, we got SoundCloud, we got an iTunes, we got a YouTube. Man, we got everything.
We got you covered. And please, write in. Please start writing in. We want to hear from people who actually listen to the show. So it's not just us. We want people to participate.
I said respect me for that, and then we do my thing. I said respect me for that, and then we do my thing. I said respect.